Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is the day that we talk tech in English everywhere. So, welcome to the conversation. We are just so excited to have you here. I'm here with my co host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And we have Terry Johnson online everywhere in the house. Hey, all the way from New York City. And we are so excited to have Dr. Tachi over there in the clubhouse coming to us directly from Florida. So we are just so excited, guys. We are definitely international, if not global today.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Now we could just say we're global
We are
instead of saying
Yes,
New
we're
York or
global.
Florida. Let's say global. Let's say we
okay,
global.
so we are global today. And
And we
with
got
that, go ahead. What were we gonna say, friend?
Patricia Murray's in the house. Woohoo!
Hey, Patricia.
How you doing this morning, Pat? It's really good to have you. And we are going to get started this morning with this week in tech history. Friend, what you got for us?
Yay! Okay, let's see. Uh okay, I'm not gonna do this too long. Okay, let's turn that frown sideways. September 19th, 1982, and
Am
Did
I
friend?
stuck?
It looks
I
like she
think Fran
froze
is
on
stuck.
us.
I think she's frozen.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those Fridays.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's stuck.
Okay. Well, we're gonna unstuck her and we're gonna put you on the stage today, TJ.
Okay,
Are
I
you
guess
ready?
I'll go ahead. Hey everybody, happy Friday. And what's happening this week? Social media news updates. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, since we're in the clubhouse, I'm gonna start with Clubhouse. So Clubhouse put a new feature in called Waves. I have not
Yes.
tried it. It well, hold on, let me see. I'm not sure if it's a test or if it's live because
It's
I haven't
live.
been in club. It's live.
I
The
tried it
Waves.
this morning. In fact, let me share the screen. Do you have a
Okay, good.
screen share?
No,
For
you go ahead.
that? Okay.
And while you do that, I'll keep talking about. So it's a new wave option to prompt spontaneous group chats. So it's a wave that lets you wave at friends with a button identical to the hand and clubhouse logo to invite them to chat. If they reply, they automatically get added to an audio room so you can talk. So it's so you can have a more, I guess, intimate, less private conversation where you wave at somebody, say, "Hey, come on over here. We'll go into a private room where you and your friends and hang out away from the main room." So Clubhouse explains it like this. Here in Clubhouse, more than 700,000 rooms are created every single day. Many of these are the communal moments that
Mhm.
you know and love, but it's often the smaller private moments amongst friends that put smiles on faces. Birthdays, long overdue catch ups, watching a movie long distance, making plans for the weekend, or just hanging out on a Thursday night. Okay, so that's the wave option in Clubhouse. So it's just another way to stay in touch with friends at any time. And what do we think of that about that? Did you use it, Darlena?
You know what? I went over there and I tried to use it, but I couldn't figure out who I wanted to wave at.
Oh, okay.
It,
Because then,
it has something to do with the when you go with the dots at the bottom.
right.
It said, but when I'm over here actually on stage, it says, okay, I can click on the hallway or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, when you click on the hallway, let me put myself in solo view so you can see what. When you click
Yes.
on the hallway down at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that
I
icon.
see. We see. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It
We
has a
see it.
wave icon.
We
So
see
I
it.
so I'm gonna hit that.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, that's for raised hands. Let's see, edit.
This friend.
But there has to be okay. How you doing, friend? There
I'm
has
good. Can you all hear me and see me?
oh yeah, we can see you. What were you
Okay, because
saying, Dr. Tachi?
I am on.
I think you did that. We can hear you and see
Yeah,
you, friend.
I think so
Okay,
too.
I had to come in on
Okay,
StreamYard on the phone.
there you go. But it was something about the dots at the bottom when you first come into Clubhouse that you can go in, and when you hit those, they're like 9 dots that make a square. When you
Mm-hmm.
click on that, then you get the opportunity to wave at people that
Okay.
you're connected to in Clubhouse.
So, can Fran hear and see us? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I want to hear the tech history. So
Mhm.
let Fran go.
Okay, so we're going to jump over here, Fran. I'm going to put you in the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see any of you because I'm using my phone with the back camera, so we just don't roll
Okay.
with it.
You're good.
All right. September 19th, 1982, in a posting made to a Carnegie Mellon bulletin board, Professor Scott Fahlman proposes the first known use of emoticons, also known as similicons or smileys. While the use of emoticons became widespread during the 80s and 90s, their origin remained unknown until September 10th, 2002, when the original message was retrieved from backup tape, which is displayed below. Of course, I can't share that with you because I'm here, but it said it was from Scott E. Fahlman. I propose that the following character, which is a colon and a dash and a parenthesis, read it sideways. It's actually a smiley face. It actually is, anyway, that's where the first emoticon
Emoji
started up.
So what
no, emoticon, wait, Terlina, emoji and emoticon is two different things.
Oh, really?
She's talking about emoticon, which was ASCII characters, which is keyboard characters, and then you had to look like she said, you had to look sideways to see a smiley face, but it would be a colon and a semicolon and a smile or something like, and you had to turn to see it sideways.
Yes.
Right. It's 2 dots, a dash. I mean, the colon, 2 and a dash, and then a parenthesis, and it made a smiley face.
Whereas emojis are characters.
Emojis are colored characters where, it's the smiley face, it's the poop, it's the this, it's the that. Those are emojis. Two different things.
Oh, okay.
Right. That is, that's, yeah. Just so we know. Okay, September 20th, 1954, the first Fortran program is executed. Fortran was developed by IBM scientists who were looking for a better way to program the IBM 704 mainframe computer. It quickly became the dominant programming language for scientific and engineering application and is still used today, especially in the area of high performance computing.
Yep. Wow, that took me back. Fortran.
Fortran. That took you back Fortran. To Hidden Figures, right?
No, it's after Hidden Figures, but it's just,
Okay, so September 22nd, 1986, the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California rules that computer code is protected under copyright law.
Yep.
The ruling stems from the case NEC Corp versus Intel Corp, which was basically a battle over who had the right to produce x86 processors. The ruling, while finding that Intel had copyright protection for the code in their processors, also found that reverse engineering code was also legal and therefore NEC did not violate Intel's copyright in producing their own x86 processor. This ruling that code could be copyrighted changed the landscape for better or worse of software and computer development.
Wow, x86.
Okay, here's for all you Android users. The first Android introduced September 23rd, 2008. Google and T-Mobile introduced the T-Mobile G1, also known as the HTC Dream, the world's first Android-based smartphone. By raw sales numbers, today Android is the world's world's most popular smartphone platform.
Yep.
And the last story of the morning, CompuServe launches MicroNet. September 24th, 1979, CompuServe launched the first consumer-oriented online information service, which they called MicroNet. This marked the first time a consumer had access to services such as email. The service was not favored internally with the business-oriented CompuServe, but as the service became a hit, they renamed the service CompuServe Information Service, or CIS. By the mid-1980s, CompuServe was the largest consumer information service in the world, and half of their revenue came from CIS. In 1989, CompuServe connected its proprietary email system to the internet email system, making it one of the first commercial internet services. However, CompuServe did not compete well with the America online or independent internet service providers in the 1990s and lost its dominant market position.
There you go.
Yeah. And CompuServe, and I can remember you getting the DVDs or CDs of CompuServe and AOL in the mail.
All the time.
That is your week in tech history.
Well, Pat has a comment over here. She says IBM came up with Fortran, Dartmouth
Came up with BASIC. Yeah, those are computer languages. Very old, but they still work. So, and I'm surprised to hear they're still using Fortran. I was like, what? I hadn't heard that. And
who's still using Fortran?
What's that?
Who's still using Fortran?
Who's still using Fortran?
Oh, who's still using Fortran? Network, not consumers. Network administrators and stuff. The backups, think backups and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Did you hear that, Doc?
I did.
She said yes, she heard, but however, okay. Well, thank you so much for this week in tech history. We're going to move to TJ.
Okay. So I'll continue. We were talking about Clubhouse and the wave feature. So did we find it? Because I haven't been in Clubhouse. So it's Terralyn was saying it was the three dots. Or was something on the bottom, an icon on the bottom for the wave feature in Clubhouse.
Yeah. Let me do this so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it says when you go here you can go into the hallway. And down here in the left-hand corner, you know, where they have the several dots, you'll be able to click on that, and it brings up this page where you can select who you want to wave to.
Okay, got it. And then it goes from there you go into the private chat, which I was reading one of the articles I was reading was saying, well, it's like kind of like a house party, but I was like, house party, you know, that's gone away. So I mean the usage of it for private, but people are coming on Clubhouse for public chat. So I think you would still start out with public chats and then go, okay.
I guess if you wanted to go over and you know, really connect with somebody, maybe.
Right. You want to take it private, then there's an option there. Also, Clubhouse is working on an audio clips tool. This will provide another way to share clips with Clubhouse chats, which could be another way to build buzz and get more listeners to download the app. And so clips capture the last 30 seconds of the room and let anyone in the room share it. Okay, so they're working on that. I don't think that's active. All right, so Clubhouse, we'll move on. Here's one. We really never talk about Discord. I use Discord a lot. I don't know if anybody else uses Discord. Discord. Discord.
I've heard you talk about them before, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Discord is where you set up private servers and you invite people, and people can only join a conversation if they get an invite from you, and they have all of the messaging tools, video, audio, all of that stuff. But Discord is now testing out Watch Together. It lets you watch YouTube video with friends. Now, Discord is big with the gaming community. So, gamers, they do their gaming videos on Twitch and YouTube. So they want to watch them together on Discord on their server. And there was a third-party plug-in that did this, but it was not legal. So YouTube got mad and told Discord to take it down. This made the Discord community upset. So, and the third-party Discord plugin was called Rhythm. YouTube sent a cease and desist letter, told this Discord take it off. So now Discord is saying, okay, since this is so popular, this is something that people want, we're going to make our own plugin called Watch Together. So you could watch YouTube videos with your friends on Discord, and it would bypass the ads. That's why YouTube was upset.
Oh,
Because you could bring in the YouTube video into Discord, everybody could watch it, and you wouldn't see any ads. Well, YouTube doesn't like that because that's where they get their money from.
yes.
So they took this third-party plugin away. So there was a big outcry. I remember, I was like, what's the big outcry? So now Discord is saying, we're going to let you do that. But it's going to have the ads, though. There's no way around that. So, you're trying to, the thing is, if you don't want ads on YouTube, you have to buy the premium service.
Yes.
So buy the premium service, people. Or don't. And just suffer through the ads.
A month or something.
What is it? 17? Is it 17? $17.99 or $15.99, something like that? The premium.
The other one, okay. The 63 is something else. That's the TV or something.
No, they have TV. That's something else. That's you get to have a DVR service. You record the TV. It's the TV show. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about premium. There's YouTube and there's YouTube Premium, which it has some tools, and then you don't see any ads. Okay. Now, speaking of YouTube, let's talk about them. YouTube is launching super chat and super stickers in more regions. So we talked about this before, that they're going to have super chat, super stickers. It lets people, give you money within the live stream, and then they have these, little stickers. But now they're going to also add to that the comment translation, and we talked about that last week, and it wasn't for live, but now it's going to be for live. So you'll be in a live stream, someone comes in speaking, puts Russian text or whatever text in Arabic, whatever. I'm just naming some languages coming up to my mind, and there will be a translate button in the live chat while there's a live going on, not the person speaking, but the chat on the right.
Okay, so now my question is, will everybody be able to see the translation, or just me?
Well, good question. I believe it will probably be just you
as the admin,
because you're watching the chat, and the button would be available to you, but it would be available to everyone in the chat. So if another person, not you, watching the chat, they would click, and where have I seen this translation button before? I've seen it somewhere.
Really?
I'm trying to think of the app. And you just tap it and it changes it from Facebook. Like, duh. Facebook has it. Facebook has a C, it says C translation, I believe.
Okay.
So that's a good deal, because it allows more communication where there's a language barrier. Because you might see someone, there might be somebody in the chat that you can network with, but they're speaking another language, Italian, whatever, Spanish, whatever, and you can click the translation and see what the comment is and go, respond to them in English, and then the other person would have the same option on their end.
Cool.
So that's pretty
good. That'll be useful.
Yes, it is. It is. So
yes, she's seen the Facebook translations, Terry.
Right. So they're doing, YouTube is doing the super thanks. You could donate in the live stream. You get these balloons that pop up, and so YouTube is working on that, because everybody's, trying to chase TikTok and have people not go over to TikTok, but stay with them. Like YouTube is saying, stay here. You can do the live and this and that, but the TikTok has their own live features. So we'll see. Let's see. That's YouTube. Also, YouTube is testing video downloads on computers. Everybody wants to download a YouTube video, and there's lots of you can go search for Google, download YouTube videos, and there's lots of not legal stuff. So YouTube recognizes that, so they're giving you a download button for your videos. It's already on mobile if you have premium, and I just mentioned premium. I think it's $15 or $17 a month. Well, you don't see ads, and there's other tools. One of the tools is you get to download for offline use on your phone. So now YouTube is saying, hey, we're going to give it to you on the desktop also, but you have to be a premium user. So when you sign up for premium, you'll see a download button right next to the share option below videos or alongside the 3-dot menu when browsing. After you download a video, it gets placed in your offline YouTube library. It doesn't download to your computer.
Oh, okay.
So it's really, I would say it's for offline, like if you're not connected to the internet. Or your cell service or whatever, and you have some video saved, you have a YouTube library only for premium users. If you're regular YouTube, there is no download button.
Okay.
So that's one of the things people are doing on YouTube. All right, let's move on to Twitter. Twitter lets you get paid in Bitcoin now, but here's the key. This is the tips feature. Remember, I think we talked about this a few weeks ago. There, you can put an option on your profile for people to tip you, but it was I think it was PayPal and Venmo and one other option. Well, another option is Bitcoin, so people can now tip you on your profile using Bitcoin. Okay, but now why would people want to tip you? Again, this is something you put on your profile, and if you're giving value, if people like your messaging and you give a call to action saying, hey, if you really like what I'm saying, go to my profile and give me a tip. Well, people might be inclined to do that if you have this set up. So this is the tips feature in Twitter. Let's see. There's more with Twitter. Yes. Okay. Oh, here's another thing. The tips feature now roll out globally to all Apple iOS users this week and will become available for Android users in the coming week. So it's iOS only, this tips feature on mobile. Twitter does not take a cut of any money sent through the tips feature for now. For now. So I'm just saying. They might say, hey, we're going to take a little percentage, but they're not doing it now. Excuse me. All right. So Twitter is now making it easier to discover and listen to audio. Spaces is also working on new tools for creators, specifically surrounding Spaces. Now, remember, Spaces where you can go on Twitter and start a Clubhouse style room. You can invite people. You can add tweets, and there's also the feature where you can what is it called? It's called where you can set it up and have. Pay, you can have people pay. Hold on.
Okay. Like a
when you go to your profile on Twitter, it's on a monetization. Yes. Ticketed spaces. That's it. Ticketed spaces where you can charge, you can set up a space and charge for people to come in and access it. Just like think webinar. Okay. So they're doing that. So they're adding they shared a preview of their Spaces recording option. Is not available yet. So this option is going to let people record. And then you'll have a download an audio file for editing and reuse beyond the original broadcast itself. And now they're saying they already have some kind of system to let you download your past broadcast, but people have complained about it. So they're updating the purpose, they're updating the tool, so you'll be able to download and repurpose to share on another social media platform and say, hey, I do this Twitter space every week at a certain time, come on over. So sort of like a clip from a podcast.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's from that's coming Spaces recording option. They're also adding a dedicated fund for Spaces hosts. Now, this one I was trying to get a handle on. The program will provide financial, technical, and marketing support to emerging audio creators who frequently host spaces. This is according to Twitter. They didn't give out a lot of details, but it's some kind of fund that they're going to start up to help somehow.
To get people on board to using Spaces.
Yeah, because they want, Twitter wants you to use Twitter Spaces. So they've been testing features. Now they're rolling out certain features, and now they're saying, "Oh, we're going to have some kind of fun." Probably like remember the Snapchat Spotlight,
Exactly.
like the day they gave away $1 million a day. I don't know. Twitter just like, hey, we're working on this. More details to come. Now, the last thing from Twitter, they have something called Heads Up. They're testing this new feature to help further minimize harassment or unhealthy conversations on Twitter. It's called Heads Up, and it's going to give you more context about a conversation's vibe before you jump in and start tweeting. Now, how they're going to do that, I'm not sure. They're going to have some kind of button or something. And you know how when you retweet now, it'll ask, and if you retweet somebody's tweet that has an article link and you don't read the article, Twitter can tell, and they'll say, hey, do you want to read this article before right? Because you might be spreading misinformation. So it might be something like that where this topic is going on in this Twitter thread. Do you want to jump in? Sort of like a speed bump.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm guessing because Twitter has not given any details beyond, we're testing something called Heads Up. So we'll see. All right. And speaking of Snapchat, let me go there. I got one from them. They are this happened this week. The CEO, Evan Spiegel, whatever his name is, he said that the $1 million a day payout, they had to stop it because people were copycatting the videos that won. So they didn't want that.
Well, I'm confused. Okay, so you have somebody who wins, so they have a winning formula. Why wouldn't you copycat that?
So this is the CEO. He said this Wednesday, he said one of the issues for Spotlight users, they would see the winning content and then just make the same thing. Like they would see the person that won the million and then they go, oh, I'm going to do it because that person won the million.
And imitation is the highest form of flattery. What do you think, Dr. Tachi? I mean, I'm confused. Okay. I'm just.
And remember, they changed it from $1 million a day to a month. It's not every day. They changed it to a month. So there's only like 1 month, 1 or 2 winners a month, which means people left Snapchat Spotlight, went back to TikTok. So
yeah, they came in. They okay.
Go ahead.
Go back for a minute.
Dr. Tachi, you have to. I can't get your volume up. Are you as high as you can be?
I'm right on my device.
You will hold it closer to your mic.
Okay, well
yeah.
I don't know how much closer I can get it, and I've got my at max. Go ahead, Doc. If they can't hear you, I'll just tell them what you said.
Okay, can you all hear me?
Yeah, a little. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, weird. Okay, so I need a recap of exactly what, because this is not making sense to me. Terry, go back over that last part, please.
Okay, so the CEO, Evan Spiegel, whatever his name is, he said why they moved away from the $1 million a day is because people were copying the winner of that. It was an every day, and he said they didn't want people to see the winning content and just make the same thing in order to win the million.
But are they using bots to discover what the million is? Aren't people doing that? How would that be a problem if they knew what won before? You would just look for something different.
I mean, the judges would not pick them, right?
So that's not the real reason. Tell the truth. You don't want to give away $1 million.
That's true. That's it. That's why I brought this story up, because I was like, why bring this up? We talked about this weeks ago, and why are you doing it this week? Talking about, the reason why is because we had copycat video. Dude, just be quiet and move on. There was no need to say this.
Foolish. That's why I needed you to repeat. I said, maybe I'm not hearing it properly. Any judge worth its weight in gold would know. They're doing that because they don't want to pay not only do they not want to pay out $1 million a day, they figured out it was not cost effective. You can't hold up that time. Who can afford to pay out $1 million a day? Very few people. It's not cost effective. So instead of saying that or finding something else, you said you don't want people copying. That's like me saying, well, I said I was going to serve free pancakes every day, but I really don't want to do that but I don't want people to copy the way that pancakes look. So we're just going to stop doing it altogether.
Exactly.
And here's a good example that you have an all-you-can-eat buffet, and then some larger-than-life people show up and they eat. It's all you can eat. What are you going? You didn't put a limit on it. So now you figure out, like Dr. Taji said, after the fact, oh, this wasn't such a good idea because all the food's gone. Or this is a good idea because we're paying out all of this money. You didn't think about it, did you, Mr. CEO of Snapchat?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Didn't they watch Breakin', where the fat boys went to Sbarro and they ate up everything?
Yep.
All you can eat. Don't you remember the song? All you
can eat. Yes.
They clearly did not watch Breakin'.
I remember that. Truly, I do. So that's why I was thinking that, the all-you-can-eat buffet. And also, I think in Eddie Murphy's movie, The Nutty Professor, they did that. They went and they cleaned. They're like, all-you-can-eat buffet, and it showed the sign. They walked in and they cleaned everything out. I'm like, what can you do, Mr. Restaurant owner?
And so that's basically what this is. This is an all-you-can-eat buffet, but now you're mad because the patrons of your buffet have finished all the food. That's not their fault. That's you.
Truly. All right. So one more thing from Snapchat that they've done something good. Where's my here they have a new this week because it was I think it was International Week of the Deaf this week, so they put out lenses and stickers that would teach you basic sign language.
Oh, nice.
So they had a augmented reality lenses and stickers that give you cursory lessons on sign. It's not really in detail, just basic basic sign language. And they're saying that they did this for this week. I think it was International Deaf Week. I'm not sure of the terminology, but they're using the AR lenses, uses AI and computer vision technology by Signal, which can recognize and translate American Sign languages. So one of the lenses will teach you how to finger spell. Then there was another lens that teach you how to finger spell your username and common words.
Oh, nice.
So that was that was nice of Snapchat. Thank you. All right, so TikTok is testing a new option to pin selected video clips to the top of your profile. Now, if you use Twitter a lot like I do, you can pin your tweet that you want people to look at. And it's at the top of your profile. Also, on your Facebook page, if you have a Facebook page, you can pin a post on Facebook. Also in groups, you can pin. So it's when people go to your profile, your page, or your group, they see that tweet first or that post first. So TikTok is doing that. So you can pin your selected video to the top of the profile, helping to showcase specific clips to people that visit your profile. All right. So they're saying that you can pin up to 3 clips, and this is a test. Pin up to 3 clips, taking up the whole top line in your display, maximizing engagement by putting a spotlight on your best work. Okay.
Well, Ann says, I saw the pin feature in action. Some accounts have like 3 pins at the top.
Right. So they're saying yes. So in this test and further, I just said that you can do up to 3. So there we go. We see it in live and in action, which is good. Okay, one more from Facebook. Facebook. Go ahead before. No? Okay. Facebook.
Doc says I'll stop.
All right, Facebook getting called to the carpet again. They got to go to Senate hearings.
Well, what?
because of this story from last week, I said the Wall Street Journal did a expose on them called the Facebook Files. It was articles that they found leaked internal documents from the company that they knew, you know, that their content and the way their algorithm works is harmful to teenage girls and things. Other things came out also. There was a whole laundry list of things.
I saw something today about slavery.
Yes, that's another part of it, that Facebook doesn't do anything about the human trafficking.
Yes,
and also this the Haitian migrant problem that's going on. There's pages on Facebook where they're called coyotes, that they set up the payment structure or whatever, pay me whatever and I'll help you come
bring you across.
Right. So there's pages on Facebook that do that, and the transactions happen on Facebook. Also WhatsApp too. There's, you know, the whole messaging came from WhatsApp saying, go to America because there's some kind, I don't know what exactly the messaging was, but it was like, go to the United States because they're letting you go, which is not true. But they put it in WhatsApp.
Okay.
So all of that and some other things, the Senate is like, okay, come on, Facebook, time to, you know, we're gonna put your feet in the fire again, but what's gonna happen?
Things will make you go, Okay.
So that's what's happening with Facebook. So what do we think will happen from these Senate hearings next week?
Well, I don't know, but I'm looking at an article over here on the BBC that says Apple threatened Facebook ban over slavery posts in Instagram. Hashtag slavery.
Yes, it's all mixed up together. This Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Because remember, they're all together. It's Facebook world. They put it all together. So if Facebook can't say that they didn't know any of this was happening, because Wall Street Journal has internal leaked documents from inside the company saying that they know this, that they had some statistics about this and that. So, and like Dr. Taji said, what's going to come out of this?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Probably nothing.
Nothing. Because again, social media, these tools, the app, used for good, used for bad. Here's some people telling false narratives, fake news, and telling people to come to America and they'll just let you in when it's not true. But how does Facebook stop that? Well, they can, but I'm going to tell you what's going on with Facebook. There's not a lot of employees watching things on a daily basis. They rely on AI a lot. Is AI reliable? Like 100%? Let's ask Elon Musk and his self-driving car. Is that a reliable 100%? So Facebook and a lot of these apps rely on artificial intelligence because they don't have 1 million employees to sit and watch every little post that comes up. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying, how do you fix that when the CEO of Facebook doesn't care?
We'll see. Okay. It's a hard matter. I don't know what to tell you.
Right. And he knows because they're in the story from Wall Street Journal. It says some of the employees was telling them not to do this algorithmic thing that they wanted to do, that, they didn't think it was a good idea. He said, I'm the CEO. I'm going to do what I want. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what he said, but he knows. So who do we lay the blame at the feet of? The CEO, the one making the decisions. So we'll see. There'll be lots to talk about this next week because, you know, there's all of these different parts of this problem floating around and it's all going to converge.
When is he supposed to come up to the Senate? When's he going?
I don't have a date. I just said it. They said next week, another Senate hearing.
Mr. Facebook goes to Washington. Okay.
Yeah, it should. This was the Washington Post. So any of the news, Washington Post, LA Times, New York Times, any of those should have more information. But how many times? I'm saying, how many times have they been called to the carpet? This is what, 4 times, 3 times?
Well, it says to be added to that, it had also developed technology that can proactively find and take action on content related to domestic servitude, enabling it to remove over 4,000 pieces of violating organic content uh, from January 2020 to date.
And
Okay.
see, the thing is, Facebook, they have to want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have to want to. They could do better. They have to want to.
Well, it says Apple acts. Okay. The
Mhm.
BBC also alerted Google and Apple as apps in which women were listed for sale were available via their smartphone app stores. The illegal sales are a clear breach of U.S. tech firms' rules for app developers and users. Both firms said they worked with the developers to prevent illegal activity. Da 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 da. Yeah, they're gonna all be up there.
I'm just saying, just get ready to hear more about Facebook next week in regards to the political news that's happening and everything. Because, you know, like I said, with the Haitian migrant border problem,
Uh-huh.
they got messaging through WhatsApp. That's
Wow.
how they do.
Okay, and now all three are under one roof. So what you gonna do?
Yeah. So there we go. All right. So that's your social media news update for the week. And I'm out of here because I got to go to Sheer Social,
Okay,
talk to her about the same stories we're talking about today.
okay, guys.
Woo!
Thank you so much, TJ.
Bye.
Waiting in.
Make sure you all follow Sheer Social and TJ. We're gonna try and get them in the BizChicks circle so you can follow Sheer Social.
Yes.
Find her, follow her.
All right. Well, I'm Dr. Tachi. Are you ready? You're always
Yes.
ready. She says yes. Can you hear? Can you guys hear? Very good. We're gonna put Dr. Tachi on the stage here. Doc, what you got over there? With the media
Hey there.
scope.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give a recap of some of the things that we talked about on Mediascope, media-wise. I hope everybody is doing well. So I actually talked about the fact that Willie Garson passed away. If you don't know who he was, he played the gay best friend to Sarah Jessica Parker on Sex in the City. And he was also in White Collar, the series White Collar. And he was only 57 years old. He passed away from cancer, unfortunately. And I didn't know that much about him. Of course, I watched Sex in the City, and he was one of my favorite parts of that series. And he actually was involved in, there is an upcoming HBO Max series that is a limited Sex in the City series coming up called And Just Like That. So he was involved in the filming of that, and that wasn't that long ago. So sick on the set and everything, but, you know, still was working.
Well,
And
I loved the White Collar. What role did he play?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
I am a big fan. Go ahead.
White Collar. Yeah, I don't know who he played in White
It's okay.
Collar. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. Mozzie.
What? Mozzie
Yeah.
died?
Yeah.
Oh man. I love that guy.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah, he was a great character. Go
He
ahead.
really was. He was a great character actor, you know. So he was in a lot of things, including True Beverly Hills, Soap Dish, Groundhog Day, Black Sheep, Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead, Kingpin, Being John Malkovich, Just Like Heaven, There's Something About Mary, and The Polka King. So he has a lot of credits, and he will be missed.
Wow.
Yeah. So unfortunately, there's another rest well that we also gave, and I'm sure you heard about that. The great Melvin Van Peebles, who's an influential director, basically the king and the father of, they said the godfather of black cinema, and I'll accept that, but I don't like to separate cinema because good film is good film. He's one of the fathers of cinema. Let's just state that. He passed away at the age of 89 and at his home in New York. So he was really influential behind Sweet Sweetback. That was a groundbreaking film, right?
Yep.
Quite a few times over. And if you, The Hollywood Reporter has a great article on this. So if you look it up, the Hollywood Reporter and Melvin Van Peebles, they give like a great timeline of his history. I didn't know that he was, living in Paris and making films in Paris. It was only later that Hollywood pulled him in, but he was making films in Europe and just amazing. He is a true cinema artist. So, we know him also for Watermelon Man. He made Watermelon Man. And his son, Mario Van Peebles, as we know, who starred together with him in, what was that Western? The name of the... You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I can see it just as plain. Anyway, go ahead. I know exactly.
It will come to me. So Mario Van Peebles said this: Dad knew that Black images matter. And this is a statement from the Criterion Collection. Of course, his films are in the Criterion Collection. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, what was a movie worth? We want to be the success we see. Thus, we need to see ourselves being free. True liberation did not mean imitating the colonizer's mentality. It meant appreciating the power, beauty, and interconnectivity of all people. So they're actually, the New York Film Festival, and Terry actually brought this up on Tuesday on Mediascope, that the fact that the New York Film Festival is coming up next week, and Sweet Sweetback is going to be screened there.
Wow.
Because it is the 50th anniversary of Sweet Sweetback.
I remember when that was considered so risque.
Yes. Yes. He's up there with, and then he also directed and starred in Panther, if you remember, the sort of biography of the Black Panthers, Redemption Road, Love Kills You. These are some of his more recent things. He also acted. If you don't know, he was in Boomerang, The Last Action Hero, Terminal Velocity. He was in a lot of different things. This is who you look up to and aspire to be when you're a content creator in this field. And you only hope to have as long of a career as he did. So rest well, Brother Van Peebles, you will be missed. Moving right along. Speaking of Hollywood, Will Smith. Now, remember, I had brought up a couple of weeks ago that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have a production company called Westbrook, Westbrook Studios. Well, and that they were in talks to sell it to the same entity that bought Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine for $900 million. Remember? Yes. So they're still cranking out hits despite whatever they have. We're still cranking out things. So they've won an Emmy for Red Table Talk, and they are in development. They're developing a hip-hop musical for Sony's Screen Gems based off of their hit song Summertime. Now, that was DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, and it came out in 1991, but it has been the anthem for the summer forever, ever since then, right? It is a summertime anthem from their 1991 album, Home Base. And they won a Grammy on behalf of that track, and it hit number 4 on the Billboard Top 100. So we don't know what the story is going to be yet. Will Smith and John Moen are going to produce Summertime for Westbrook alongside John Davis for Davis Studios, John Fox and Jeremy Stein for Davis Entertainment. And it's interesting. I don't know what this is going to be, but let me tell you who the writer and executive, who the director is going to be. They have tapped, his last name is Saji, Peter Saji, who is a writer and executive producer on Blackish. So he is tapped to direct this. But in all this, we don't know what it's going to be about.
Okay.
So as it gets closer, I definitely will let you know what it's going to be about, but know that you can look out for that to happen. And speaking of look out, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm going to find you and make you want me. If you know those lyrics, you get the $10,000 prize.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, there is no prize, but I'll tell you, those are the lyrics from the Fugees, ready or not, and guess what? The Fugees are back on tour. This is the 25th anniversary of their critically acclaimed second album and their final studio album, The Score. I don't know if you all remember that, but I remember it very well. So, Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, and Pras, or known as the Fugees, have announced their reunion tour, and it's celebrating, as I said, 25 years of The Score. Now, this is the funny thing. I was making jokes on Mediascope like, Lauryn Hill, I need you to be on time for this, and not African time. I need you to be on time. And true to form, the show started late. Someone sent me, because they did a surprise they did a pop-up performance. It wasn't a surprise, but they did a pop-up performance in New York on Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, as I was reporting, the pop-up was happening. So I was like, all right, I hope they start on time, because, Lauryn doesn't like to get to places on time. But I said, let me not put that into the atmosphere. She'll probably be on time. But then I said, but she won't. And true to form, she was, I don't know if it was just her, but they didn't start on time. Apparently, it was supposed to start at 7:30. They did not start till like 10.
Oh my goodness, that's not on time. That's the next day.
But she's typically 2 hours late. Typically 2 hours. So I'm like, these people need to start having a clause in their agreements that if you are late, the show is canceled and you do not get paid. Because I think it's disrespectful to the fans.
That is outrageous. That is outrageous. We have a comment over here in the live stream from Anna about your previous story, so I didn't want to get too far out there. First of all, she says rest well regarding Van Peebles, and then she says, oh, they won an Emmy for Red Tabletop? That's outstanding. Is that a first for Facebook Watch?
Probably so, because Facebook Watch doesn't have too much else that is Emmy worthy, and I'm not trying to be funny. It's just the truth. The Red Table Talk is holding Facebook Watch together as an entity. That's where they have some other things, but that is really what they have. So now that they have an Emmy, I'm sure they're riding around with it on their shoulders in a convertible on Rodeo Drive. But get to work, Facebook, because you have more to do. So
oh my gosh.
I don't know if anybody else had any comments.
No, that's you can move forward now.
Okay. And I'm so sad that I couldn't be on camera today, unfortunately. But next week I'm going to try and be on camera.
Okay.
So there's a new report that is coming off from the Hill, of course, that says that Latinos or Latinx are vastly underrepresented in media. Mm-hmm. Now, whoever needed a report to tell them this probably can't see. But
I think it's because this is National Hispanic Month or something. So they probably have an emphasis on it.
How very convenient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need you to be pro-Latinx and pro-Latino all year long.
Okay. Can we just be people-minded all year long? Yes.
Exactly. But alas, I fear that is asking too much.
And Anna says, happy #Hispanic Heritage Month 2021. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So Hispanic Heritage Month or Latino Heritage Month, Latinx, is actually from September 15th to October 15th. Mm-hmm. And it starts in the middle of September for a reason, and I don't know exactly why, what that is, but I have to look that up. But I know there's a reason it starts September 15th. Maybe somebody else knows.
I don't know. Anna says she made the comment Hispanic month goes from mid-September to mid-October. Do you know, Anna? If you know, put it in the chat so we can share it out.
I would love to know exactly
what that's about. Okay.
Exactly. So this is what they found, and this is a representative from Texas, Joaquin Castro, has made inclusion of Latinos in the media a very principal issue or a main issue, and really looking at Hollywood studio directors, journalism leaders, and book publishers to include the Latinx perspective. Uh-huh. So here's what they found. And the big thing is this. It is critically important that we have portrayals and accurate portrayals of people in the media, because this is what Castro said, that at its very best, that Americans don't get a full understanding of Latinos and their contributions. At worst, especially when Latinos are solely portrayed as drug dealers or criminals, it invites politicians to exploit negative stereotypes for political gain. And this could also engender violence against Latinos. For example, the killing of 23 people in El Paso in 2019 by a gun person or gunmen who was targeting Hispanics. So having those images, it matters. If all you see is negative, then that's what you think people are. Now, never mind the fact that those people are too stupid to separate what they see on television and in the media from who actual Latino people are. Forget that. That's a whole other conversation. But we know that the media has effects on people.
It does.
There's a whole field of study that's media effects that I teach every so often, and it really looks at the effects on media on society. And this is one of the things. So let me give you some of the numbers. The report found this, that about 8% of Latinos worked in newspaper, periodical, book, and directory publishing. An estimated 11% of news analysts, reporters, and journalists were Latino. Although this report also included Spanish language networks, so I don't think that's fair to include that.
Okay.
I think just it's mainstream, because that could inflate numbers. It could be less than 11% if we're taking out Spanish language media. They also found that the biggest growth amount among Hispanics in the media industry was service jobs, while management jobs had the lowest representation.
Wow.
And Hispanics are 18% of the U.S. population. So those are very low numbers for that. And they're working to try and improve that on the Hill. So I know that it is now 12 o'clock and that we're trying to hop over and see Terry on the social media scene. So I will end there.
Okay, well, I just wanted you to make just one comment about Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so let me give you that.
Real quick, tell us what.
Yeah, this is a pop culture story, and it is today is on What the Hell Is This?
What the hell is this? Yes.
The same maker, Mischief, is an arts collective, and they're the ones who did the Satan shoes. They also did the Jesus sneakers with the holy water in the sole, and they have come up with something new. They are we're already aware that Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. Well, they've decided that this is anti what they want. And they have, what they're doing is they're buying a bunch of chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. Okay, it is from Chick-fil-A.
Okay, they're buying a bunch of sandwiches from Chick-fil-A.
Correctly. And they're bagging them in 666 branded packaging, inspired by the original rooster logo. And also, it's going to be served with a Shroud of Turin napkin.
A what?
Shroud of Turin. You know that the shroud that Jesus was.
Yes.
It's a napkin. Yes. Based on.
Okay. Okay. I need to hear that first part again. Who's doing this?
This is Mischief, and Mischief is spelled like it's MSCHF. They're like an arts collective, and they do a lot of provocative things. And so they'll do the bastardization of like the Nike sneakers and turn them into Jesus sneakers, etc. So they do those types of things. This time they're buying Chick-fil-A sandwiches, putting them in a packaging with 666 on it. You get a Shroud of Turin napkin, and it's priced at $6.66. You can get it from their website, and it's going to be sold on Sunday.
Okay.
So
and this is the reason for the what the hell, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to understand. So you're gonna buy food, package it up, and then try and ship it to me later.
The next day. Okay. Now, before we go, I just want to get Anne's comment in here because she came up with why they start the month She says September 15th through October 15th is because many Latin American independence days fall on September 15th, including Costa Rica, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Mexico, and Chile. Is September 16th. Also, Dia La Raza is October the 12th, according to Fox 9. Okay, and she says, so disrespectful to have a shroud of Turin. I know the whole thing is disrespectful because Chick-fil-A is owned by Christians, and they actually have, you know, they're closed on Sunday. Okay.
They are closed on Sunday. I think that I get it. Trying to make a statement, fine. Do you have to go to that extreme? And I'm not one to denigrate anybody's art. Okay, fine. Your artistic expression, but I just really think that this is unnecessary,
and it's disrespectful to me because I take it very personal.
And Mark, and just to add that, because I see Mark is about. I just wanted to add that there are, to be fair, not that they needed to go there, but to be fair, Chick-fil-A has policies that are very disrespectful to the LGBTQ community in terms of who they support. So
exactly.
Oh, go ahead,
Chick-fil-A has done nothing but stick a middle finger to the gay and lesbian community by taking money that is not corporate money, but from the sandwiches, and have used it to donate toward very high-profile anti-gay causes that painted gay people as pedophiles. They also lobbied against Congress, speaking out against the Kill the Gays bill in Uganda. There's a whole number of things. It was painted in the media back when this happened as it just being about Dan Cathy, the head of Chick-fil-A at that time, being against gay marriage. But it was about much more than that. It was about... it
was about hate.
Really, it was about hate in the name of Christianity. Hate in the name of Christianity. And this is why you will find the LGBTQ community continually boycotting Chick-fil-A, because they went for a short period of time and said they're not doing it any longer. And then when no one was looking, the funnel of money started again.
Well, we have been educated.
They will get no love from me, even though, let me tell you, I love those chicken nuggets.
I love them.
So it was hard for me to give it up, but I did.
I am a serious fan of those nuggets. And Ann says, oh, I didn't realize all of that. I didn't either. And so you guys have educated us this morning. We stand educated.
It's terrible. You cannot be Christian out of
You're
one
muted, Fran.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, the Fran was, her lips were moving, but she's muted. Go ahead.
But, okay, so the whole, going back to Dr. Tachi's point and story was, it's foolishness. The whole, yes, okay, because you can boycott, you can do some stuff, but you're not going to send me a sandwich that was made day before yesterday. Sorry.
That's your only trepidation with it.
That's a concern.
Here's my other concern.
Food safety here.
I think
because people can take offense at anything, and I'm thinking, I'm sure Jesus don't care. I'm sure a whole bunch of other people don't care. You're still buying the food that's in the money. You bought chicken. You bought the sandwiches. It's like, why?
That's what I was thinking. And
you bought the chicken, so
they're still benefiting.
It's flawed thinking, and really, honestly, that, and you're now charging $6.66. Can you give that money to a cause that would maybe aid LGBTQ individuals? I would rather see that. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to be disrespectful, because obviously for Christians that is very disrespectful, but if you're going to do that, can it be disrespectful in the name of a cause? Do something good with it. That I don't, and I'm not saying they haven't, but I don't see what they're doing with that $6.66.
Mm-hmm. Two wrongs don't make a right. Okay, so with that,
It's kind of weird. We want to say before we cut out, Terry, I want anybody who is not a part of BizChicks in the circle, please text BIZ to 33777. Text Biz to 33777. Join us in the circle. We're putting together some things where the community can grow and we can connect better. We're expanding, so we want you to connect. Anna, we'd love to have you over there. We got some things coming up, and we want to include everyone. We want to give everybody a platform where they can share what it is that they do, how they work, and we want to interact with you all, because you all have some great gifts and talents, and we're not seeing them the way we'd like to see them, and we want to share them better. So if you all will do that, go over to Biz, text Biz to 33777. You'll be able to join the community over there.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Tachi. You know we love you, but I tell you, if you don't watch Mediascope, you need to go over to Facebook and check it out because it is hilarious and it's informative. Dr. Tachi, we thank you for your contributions today to the conversation. Hey, Mark, it's so good to have you in the house, and Dryer Buzz and Ray, thank you for your time. And we're going to cut out right now, but we want you to.
We're going to go watch TJ.
Yes, to go over and watch Sheer Social. Okay, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you Monday for Coffee, Tea, Thoughts, and Conversations. Bye-bye.